Uh-oh, now I'm up, give it up, no I can't give it up, so what is this? Now I'm hooked with this love in my veins, know I'm down to ride, so I ride for the game. I feel like I don't come on here, and I haven't really done like a video, so here we go. How's everybody's new year going? Mine's actually pretty good. I had my like first therapy session, and that was like a lot. She was like, you know what, for somebody who's been through so much like chaos and everything, like you're still positive and you're still very like solution oriented, which I've always been. Like, all right, this happened, now how am I gonna fix this, or how am I gonna make this better, because this can't be my life, or this can't be the end goal for me, you know? I have really just been like about myself. So I've been hiking more. I've just been like well-being and getting people away from me that did not have like the best intentions for me. And I'm very grateful for that, because I can genuinely say I like being alone. Like, I like my solitude and I like my peace. Like, I like coming home to my kids and my dogs and just like doing what makes me happy, if that makes sense. So like, I put my earphones on, I go on my hikes, and I just zone out. Like, I may have to like reel my girl dog in a little bit because she's out there, but other than that, like, my life's good. Like, my life's really good. And 2026 is like an ode to me, and I really told myself like I'm going to be single all 2026. Only person I want to date is myself. Like, I want to take myself to do nice things. I want to fucking give myself nice things. And my kids, of course, but I want to do it to me, for me, you know? I've been in relationships where I'm so giving, and like, and I know why I give, because I feel like I'm a lot to handle. Like, I have a lot of baggage, not even baggage, but like, there's this, right? There's this, and then there's everything under. There's so many layers, and I feel like I'm a lot to deal with. Like, I'm a lot to deal with. And yeah, I'm not getting all fucking dressed up. Maybe I will sometimes to do these fucking videos, but I've went to where I've had like over 20,000 views on a video to having to start from scratch again, even though I have the subscribers, and you guys are just like, lady, you'd abandon us. And I didn't abandon y'all, but with life and thinking, you know, people, and you get into some really bad situations, and then you see like that situation was not for you, and that person was very much abusive and a narcissist and toxic, and now you feel like you got to rebuild parts of your lives, you know? And I would say like more socially, and like how I deal with people outward, I have to rebuild, because I'm so like, it is trauma. Like, it's so trauma. Like, I was hanging out with somebody, and he didn't even like raise his hand to me, and I flinched, and he was just like, what the hell? And I was just like, yeah, like, I was just in shock that I did that. And he was like, that's crazy. He's like, I'm not even that kind of person. And I'm like, I know. He's just like, that just shows like what you've been through. And I was like, yeah, it does. And that was like, I just sat with that for a little bit. And then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to you later. And then they left, and I was just like in my thoughts for the day, because I was really in a relationship like that again. Not even again is what the kicker. Again. But I just turned my TV off. There's a power strip under me, and I just turned everything off. Because why do I have a power strip under me? That's not smart, right? It's not smart at all. I don't even know if it's gonna come back on right now, because I need a new TV. I mean, it's working. Anyways, despite that, I started a podcast with a friend of mine who I went to high school with. And it's crazy how our lives like intertwine, because we were only in high school for a very short time. So, as I had already previously stated in videos, which are now gone, I'm from Santa Ana. I was born and raised here. I grew up with my mom for a little bit, and then I went into foster care. Her boyfriend's mom at the time was an amazing lady who was my foster mom, and who ended up later on adopting me and my brother. But right before she died, I went to this high school that my brother got into, and then I got into because I was his sibling. And basically she that's where we met, right? She knew my brother. She was like, oh, I actually have her sister. We have PE together. And it was like, and then we had like mutual friends. And one day I was just like, yeah, come hang out, like come sit with us, you know? To this day, I'm still that person. I'm like, hey, do you need help? Are you good? Like, people tell me all the time, they're like, your appearance does not match who you are. You see, now my TV has to set up again. Stupid ass TV. My TV's behind you guys. But yeah, so it's going. Please, if you follow me and you're interested on like more the parenting healing journey and then like life stories with that, follow us. This is it. I will tag the link. The Sweet and Savage podcast. It's gotten like almost 100 views for it being out literally like 10 days ago. And I understand it. Everybody starts from somewhere. I will link the TikTok. I will link the Instagram page. And basically it's really just uplifting. So like whoever watches this, like, because I know I have people who don't like me and who stalk me and do all that weird shit. That's fine. Do that on my personal page or like try to add me and talk shit there. But don't do it on like the uplifting one, because I don't know how you can sit here and watch somebody and be like, damn, fuck that bitch still. Like, get help. Seek serious help, because that just shows what a miserable person you are. But yeah. I'm drinking a margarita, so cheers. Don't judge me. Because I'm off tomorrow and I'm going to get up early and go hiking. And I did my first job. I didn't do my second job today because I didn't really feel like it and I didn't have to. And I just slept, and then, yeah, here I am. I'm up, caught up on some episodes of South Central Baddies, and now I'm talking to you guys because this was also something I talked about in therapy. I was like, yeah, I miss putting out YouTube videos, and it's more or less like all of the things that I've been through in my life. I really wish that I could have found something online and be like, damn, like, this motherfucker done been through some shit and they got through it, then I can get through it. Because we done all been through some shit where you feel like you're stuck and you're alone and you're just like, damn, I'm so ashamed of what I'm going through because this can't be everybody's life. And the whole time, it a lot of the times is. A lot of the people deal with domestic violence relationships. A lot of the people deal with fucking toxic and negative family, that abusive family that they can't even talk to. So it's really like everybody going through something, and we're more relatable, and there's a lot of times we don't want to talk about it and we don't want people to know. And I'm a very like, no, I'm gonna talk about it because it happened and I had to live it, and you're gonna know about it because nobody's gonna shut me up. So I am on probation. Yummy. I have been trying to round up some reference letters so that I can get my felony either expunged or off my record. And it's not that I don't have people, it's like they have their own lives and stuff going on. So I have to wait. And that's fine. Like, I understand I didn't commit this crime overnight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't serve my probation time overnight. Like, it takes time. I get it. So that's going to be like one of my big goals of this year. I just want that off my record. Only because like I can't move up in my job. If there was ever the opportunity, I can't go anywhere else if I wanted to get a second part-time job or something, like, because of this on my record. And it's really big. Like, you look at my record and you're like, felony robbery. What the fuck? Because it sounds so much worse than what it is. And then I'd be like telling people and they're like, what you mean robbery? And I'm like, oh, no, it's not even that. My so-called cousin propositioned me to have sex and he got beat up and robbed. So that's why I have a robbery case. And then they're like, babe, okay. Yeah, but in the eyes of the laws, none of that is correct or right. So yeah, that happened. I'm really like letting you guys in my room right now. Yes, I have a stripper pole. Yes, that is my son's PS5 because he is on punishment. My little toolbox. And then my nightstands, my lamps, and then some of my plushies because I'm a plushie girl. I love my stuffed animals. And I didn't buy that one. A customer bought me that one. That one right there. And then I'm very like horror goth, if you want to say. So yeah. I want to get like a shelf for this wall. That one back there. And do like more plushies. Because I have more and I just don't have a place to put them yet. Because I got the Christmas Pokemon ones, so I'm excited. But yeah, that's just what I wanted to do. Anyways, I feel like I'm jumping around. Sorry. I feel like there's so much to talk about, and I've been gone for so long. And you guys haven't, like, seen my face, my bare face, my lazy eye and all. Because that'd be the first thing people say to me when they want to talk shit. Bitch, you got a lazy eye. I know. Nigga, my glasses gonna fix that. Or you ain't got no eyebrows. Oh, I know. Me and my kids be roasting. Like, I know. I get it. Trust me. Anyways. Yeah. I'm, before I post this, I will add, like, clips of my hike tomorrow with my dog and stuff. But I gotta go early because then I gotta take my own kids to therapy and probably do my second job tomorrow since I didn't do it today, so I could still feel productive. And I want to replace my earrings that I gave my daughter. I gave my daughter these $300 hoops, these little bangle hoops. They're hearts. And it was like to convince her to get her ears pierced. And when I tell you, this girl did not want to get her ears pierced. She was like, no. And mind you, she's had them ears pierced before and didn't take care of them. She was too young, I felt, at the time. So then I went again, and to the same place. We go to stand swap meet. And the lady is like a professional piercer. They didn't use the gun this time. They used the needle. And that actually went pretty well. She was a little mad because the lady didn't tell her go at first. And I was just like, girl, if you don't just, you need me to hold her down. She was like, no, that's more traumatizing. I was like, I need her to get these ears pierced. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's tired of people calling her a little boy. But I want her to, like, love her natural hair. And I want her to love, like, the way she looks. Which is why I don't do makeup all the time. Like, I need you to look in the mirror and love what you see because this is who you are. And I don't want you to grow up with these, like, misconstrued beauty views where you got to put on makeup or you got to have straight hair, or you got to have braids, or you got to have this. No. You're already beautiful. Jewelry just adds to that. Makeup on top of adds to that. So I really want my baby to see that. And she's like, that's my baby. That's my baby. Like, she's so convinced that her brother is my favorite. And I always tell her, like, I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite, but my daughter has, like, been there since day one. Like, when I really wasn't prepared to be a mom, because I don't think anybody really is prepared unless you, like, planned it or, like, but nobody still is prepared. And I feel like she's the one who's been through everything with me. Like, who I was then and who I am today are two different people. And my baby's 12. She's about to be 13. She's about to be a teenager. Like I did that. I raised that all by myself for 13 years. Like, that's me. I'm proud. I'm proud as hell. Because that's my mama's. So I just love, like, spoiling her. And, like, for her graduation, she got a brand new chain. And then when I see cute little outfits that I was like, okay, that's her style, I make sure I get it. Or, like, shoes, I'll be like, I'm gonna get that for her. And I really do try to do my best. I buy this girl perfume and shit over before I buy it for me. Because that's what parents do. That's what parents do. But yeah, so that's just what life has been. And I'm just really happy to be back on here. And I'd be happy to, like, talk and vent. And no, I am not in a relationship. I was in a relationship after that bad one, and I just feel like I want to focus on me. I just want to focus on me. I don't want to worry about why you blocked me because you're angry, because you can't communicate. I'm cool. Like, I'm so cool. And then I started, like, talking to somebody, and they just got their own drama and BS going on. And I'm like, I hope that works out for you. Like, we weren't even doing nothing. I'm already getting stalked by this person's ex. I'm just like, yeah, I'm gonna save you the stress and chaos that you gotta deal with, and I'll just remove myself. I don't have a problem walking away from people, and you know what I mean, just being solo dolo, because I came in this world alone. I'm gonna leave alone. So that's just how I feel. Even though they were really good people, like, none of these, like, other than crazy, none of these people were bad people. They had a good vibe, and I just feel like sometimes communication is key, and maybe timing is everything. Like, that's okay if things don't work out. And who's to say 10, maybe 5 years, maybe 3 years, their life might be totally different. My life might be totally different, and we can still be cordial and be cool. And that's cool with me. One of my exes, I'll be like, so you dropping new music? Because I'll be trying to use his music in my intros. He's talented, and I'll give him that. He's very talented. As like a rapper and an artist, I'll give him very much that. He's talented. I still sound sick, I know. And when everything with this goes away, I will be dropping another YouTube video for the podcast with basically more of like background with on that podcast channel. I look like my mom. It's such a fucking craziness. Like, if I could show you guys my mom, watch. I type in her name, her fucking grave pulls up. It's funny. Sorry. That's hella funny. Let me find my lady. Let me find this woman. Do, 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 do. Damn, do I not have her on this phone? Well, I guess you're not gonna see my mom. No, I'm just playing. I have her on my Instagram. I got a little tab for her because she's everything to me. She's more like my best friend, and I always tell people that. This is my mama. Oh, fuck. Glary as fuck. I'll post a picture. I look dead on this lady. Just I'm half Mexican. The day I gave birth to Asia. Why? Okay, hold on. Because this is my baby shower picture. And I've only had like an actual baby shower with... gotta go back. Damn it, mom. Because I still have her dog. So this day, you see my mom, me, my grandma, and this girl. We don't even speak of her because she's trash. But my grandma's this white lady. Look at this lady. Anyways. But when I gave birth to Asia, my mom was drunk in the hospital room with a big old bag of wine in her, tucked in her bag. And I know she was hurt. She was just like, damn, you didn't want me to be in the room. And I was just like, you can't comfort me, lady. You're drunk. Like, how you gonna comfort me? And I'm stressing out and I gotta have a C-section because this kid ain't coming out. Like, my mom in Asia. I feel like Asia looks just like me. She just caught color. Like, she's just darker. That's it. My mom when she was at a healthy weight. But yeah. But anyways, yeah, she was totally fucking wasted in the hospital room. They come in to check me, like, probes up there to check to the baby. They had to do like an inside heartbeat thingy. Traumatic. The lady bust my water. She's like, oh, your water broke. And I was like, no, you bust my water bag. She's like, I did. I'm like, okay. Asia was in distress. I was in labor for like a day. And then they were like, yeah, we gotta do an emergency C-section. She in distress. And then here come Asia, born with a motherfucking cephalohematoma from trying to fit through the birth canal, which was never, I never got past 2 centimeters. Yeah. Traumatic. And then during my C-section, they're like, are you good? And they like inject you with that medicine after you still get like the fucking... It's not a spinal tap because I got that with my son. But the other one, the epidural, right? They're like, you still feel it? And I was like, I still feel it on one side. With Asia, the epidural only worked for half. So like this side, I didn't feel nothing, but this side, I felt everything. And they're like touching me with a needle. And they're like, you feel that? I was like, yes, I feel that. And I was like trying to move my leg and they're like, don't do that. And I was like, okay, but I can feel it. And so yeah, they went back in and gave me more medicine. Like they brought the anesthesiologist in and they're like, oh, she shouldn't feel that. Give her this. And I was like, all right, whatever. But whatever they gave me, that shit made me so sick. So I'm in there and they like have the little sheet up and I feel them tugging and they're like, oh, you're gonna feel pressure, but you won't feel pain. And they're like, we're to cut you open. I'm like, cool. So my aunt's in the room with me and they were like, pause. My aunt and mom were like gonna fight. Not fight, but like it was just drama. Like my mom felt like she should have been there. My aunt was like, why is this bitch here? She drunk. So rightfully so though, because I'm about to give birth. Why is you drunk? Anyways, so like my aunt's talking to me. She's like, are you okay? I was like, I don't feel good. I don't feel good. I look sick. Like I look pale out of it. She's like, are you okay? I was like, She's like, all right, they almost got her. She's like, oh, I see her. And then they pull her out. She's not crying yet. She's like, she's so pretty. She's like, she's not crying yet. And then they like take her and they like suction her and like get her to cry. And she's like, she's good. She's like, you want to see her? And I was like, no, I don't want to see her. I need to throw up. I need you to move this baby. And literally like she puts her, she's like, take the picture, Yeesha. So I take the picture and I'm like, and then as soon as she moves her, I start throwing up. I'm throwing up. It's open down there because like they cut you open. And I'm just throwing up. That shit was funny. And then there she's like, I'm going to go with them to take the baby to the nursery. I was like, no, you're not. Like, you're going to stay here with me. But like, they down there, I'm open. She was just like, okay, I'll stay with you. So she stayed with me. And that was just, yeah. That was a memorable birth experience. And then with my son, it was scheduled. And he was bigger. He was 8 pounds, 4 ounces. My daughter was 7 pounds, 12 ounces. But she was 22 inches. My son was 19. Like, she was pretty long. And she my height now, so that's crazy. Like, I'm gonna look like a big kid for the rest of my life. That's good genetics for you, right? Anyways, yeah, and same thing with him. They got him out, and my aunt was like, please, you need to stop throwing up. I was like, I can't. And I'm just like, turn my head. And they're like, hey, like, you need to chill. And I was like, they're like, please stop throwing up. And I'm over here praying to stop throwing up. And then they're like, we have to put your intestines back. And I was just like, and you could feel them, like with my son, you could feel them shoving my intestines back into my body. And same thing, I would not let my aunt leave with them to take him to the NICU. I was like, stay with me. But he had to like, he didn't go to the, like he did go to the nursery. And then after he didn't get to stay in the room with me because he had to go to the NICU because he was a little sick. Which is okay. It happens, but he's a healthy baby. He had asthma for a little bit. Other than the fact that he needs to wear his glasses, he's good. He's A-okay. And that's my papa. That little boy be sending me the funniest text messages. He be requesting my location. Where are you? I'm like, boy, I went to take the trash out. It'd be like message. I'm like, bro, you look clingy though. He's funny. But I feel like I pretty much catch you guys up on some shit and like kind of gave you guys backstory if you're new and you never got to see my original videos. Yeah, I'm Yeesha. I go by Savage. And why I picked the name Savage, because I feel like to go through some shit and to still prevail, that's you gotta be a savage motherfucker. That's why I picked that name. So, yeah, I grew up in foster care. My mom lost custody of me and my siblings. And it was never like a hate with her. It was just like, you're not really my mom. Like, you gave birth to me, but you ain't my mama. Like, you didn't raise me. I was raised by like my foster mom, my aunt, and one other person. And they just were like the women in my life that I got to see things and learn from and take apart and pick what I wanted to be when I grew up, you know? And despite everything I've been through, I feel like I'm pretty accomplished. Like, I'm not here saying my childhood sucked. I'm not doing none of that. I'm just like, damn, like, that happened and I'm here. I done made it through. Anyways, so, yes, used to be an escort. Not my life no more. I've been with 7-Eleven for the last 8 years, longest job I've ever had, because I love to quit. I'm a leaver, baby. If it don't work out, I'll go find something else. I'm a very much a leaver, so I'll leave a job too. But that's when I would always go back to that life, like, because I knew how to get some money. And I did like a whole fucking breakdown of like my story in that life and the time that I had pimps and what it was like being a renegade and dealing with all the shit that I deal with. And it's cool. Like, I don't knock nobody hustle. I really do support the girlies. Like, you have no idea. They put themselves through the craziest situation, and sometimes they're not, just to like get ahead in life. And I see some of them and they be grinding and they are doing great, and I be so happy to applaud for them and like show them love, because it's becomes draining. Like, you literally have to be so structured, even though it's like a life of leisure. Like, you set where you're gonna go, your goal, your quota, what you want to make, if you're not under nobody instruction, and you're like really doing that shit. Like, you're very smart with your money and what you're spending it on and where you're investing it. Like, there's one girl on my Instagram, and she found me from YouTube, which is crazy, and I love her. Like, I love seeing her post, I love seeing her break a trick, I love seeing her like flourish, because she's so like in the game, like purebred. I just like, I love her. I love her down. I love her down. I love her down, just because I love to see her shine. Like, she is laced in game. Like, she's dripping in motherfucking game. I love her. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, I do get a lot of hate from people like, oh, you're just that, or you're just that. And I'd be like, either you're mad because you could never do it, or you just don't understand it. And I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm really not. Like, it sucks for you to try to pick apart somebody's life and you only know this little portion of it. Like, that's fine. It is what it is. But yeah. So that's what it is. And then, yes, been at 7-Eleven for 8 years. If you add me on Instagram, it's private. So, like, I'm not sure if I'll add you. I don't know. I'm very, like, picky about that. Maybe add me on TikTok and then try to add me on Instagram, and I'll go there. I'll go from there. Just because I'm so, like, that crazy man has made, like, multiple fake accounts to stalk me, to talk shit to me. And I'm just like, for what? Like, I don't understand it. Like, on my old number, I was getting so many blocked and private calls from people. I was just like, for what? Like, please move on. Go on with your life. Like, I literally now, if I don't know whatever, I should go straight to voicemail. I will not answer. I don't give a fuck. It might be child support. Talking about, hey, we got info on your kid's father. Sorry you had to go to child support because I don't trust shit. And they'd be like, it's cool. My probation officer, she used to be like, yeah, I went to voicemail. I'm like, I'm sorry. You call private and, lady, I don't answer because you know I'm traumatized. She was like, I understand. And both my POs was bomb. They was like, you're you. Like, you're the fucking exception to the rule. Other motherfuckers is not, basically. Like, you deserve a second chance because you put that work in, and look at you, you live a life. But do not ever do this again. Like, do not ever give nobody a second chance, because don't do that. And I was just like, I heard you loud and clear. Copy that. Yeah. But yeah. So I think that's going to be it for this like little episode of like where things are in my life, and like a little bit of background about what happened to my other videos. Damn. I was like really doing it though. Like, I was posting road trips with my kids, like intros, everything. Like, I was really like locked in, and motherfuckers hate to see you shine or want to take from you or whatever, and that's fine. But you can't really stop nobody from shining that's meant to shine. And maybe next episode I'll look nicer than this. Who knows? I just don't be feeling like it. I actually like my plain ass face, because it's my face. Like, tattoos and all. And yes, my hair is shorter because I just took some scissors to it one day and was like, let me cut off all my dead ends. And I've always heard you do it before New Year's because you don't want to do it on New Year's. I don't know if that's any sense. So that same thing with the, like, you don't wash clothes and clean your house on New Year's. You do it before, so you go into the new year with like new. And you know, hair holds memories, it holds thoughts, like, and stuff. So I was just like, no, let's cut all this off. We're gonna start fresh, and it's gonna grow, and it's still long. Like, baby, shrinkage is real. Hold on. She's still long. Like, that's not the problem. She's just healthier now. She's just got a little more spring in her step. And I have it like parted to the side instead of in the middle. That's why it looks longer right here. But it's pretty like face framed, if I do say so myself. I could have worked at, what's that fucking place? Happy Cuts. I'm fucking funny to myself. Yeah, I guess that's it. Thank you guys for still being subscribers after this long ass fucking time. I started this YouTube, long ass time ago. I don't even remember to this point, but I'm grateful. Forever grateful. And I'm honestly forever grateful for the people that message me and check on me. Like, they'd be like, hey, you didn't post today, or what's up with you? I'm like, nothing, honestly, just didn't want to stop and pull out my phone or a camera to record something, you know? And they're like, oh, I get you. But I get it. Sometimes they like to see the extra motivation or the post or like, oh, I know she's good. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I will see you shortly in another episode of my life.